Better free up some storage on your phone, because after this video, you'll want to download at least a couple of these great games. Here's the Top 10 Best Mobile Games. Number 10. PUBG Mobile. The Battle Royale that started it all is still one of the best games in history, and its mobile version is no exception. Developed by PUBG Studios, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Mobile was released in 2018, and to celebrate its 4th year, it has improved its graphics, maps, and added the Infection mode, which consists of resisting waves of zombies for as long as you can. Its classic game modes are the 100-player Battle Royale, where only one player will come out alive, the 4-player team battles, and the payload mode, which gives you access to upgraded vehicles and weaponry. And since we're talking about weapons, this game doesn't hold back on the variety of resources to eliminate your opponents. You can find pistols, shotguns, machine guns, sniper rifles, grenades, and even a machete, in case you run out of ammo. In fact, the mobile version has access to exclusive weapons that aren't available on PC, but don't tell PC gamers, or they'll get jealous. Number 9. Minecraft Pocket Edition. The mobile version is already so complete that it's very similar to the PC version. This adventure and survival sandbox was first released in 2011 in its mobile edition. Since it's an open world, you have the option to build and progress as you please, literally. You can choose any style for your buildings and polygonal objects, having virtually unlimited resources to do so. The latest updates are based on the Bedrock engine, which allows you to interact from your phone with Minecraft players on any other console, be it PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch, and more. In fact, this mobile version lets you play simultaneously with up to 10 friends on your own private server, stored in the game's own cloud. So you can access your personal polygonal world from anywhere, either from another phone or even another console. Number 7. Among Us. Do you like detective movies? Well, you can play that in Among Us. It was developed by Innersloth and released in 2018 for mobile and PC. But, and this is a big but, it went unnoticed until 2020, when it exploded in popularity because no one could leave home due to the pandemic. This game lets you interact with your friends in an online scenario where one of you is a murderer, and together, you must rule out players until identifying the imposter. There is a risk that, amidst misunderstandings and lies from the murderer, innocent players may be eliminated. And of course, anecdotes like killing the character of one of your friends and then blaming someone else are ever present. Despite its simple gameplay, it offers endless hours of group entertainment. To complement its success, the developers added new content, such as new skills, maps, and skins. Ready to get paranoid? Join the Among Us crew! Number 6. League of Legends Wild Rift. The mobile edition of the most played MOBA in the world. For 10 years, Riot Games thought they couldn't adapt the PC League of Legends on mobile, but Tencent launched a mobile MOBA called King of Glory in 2015, which almost knocked them out of the game. It wasn't until 2019 that Riot released League of Legends Wild Rift, which is so complete that it has practically all the commands and resources the computer version has. The controls are pretty different since they're all on the screen, but the experience is almost the same. It's played in 5v5 teams in multiplayer mode, and the goal is to destroy the opposing team's nexus. If you haven't played it before, it can be challenging, as each playable character has their own abilities and might surprise you, but after a few games, you'll be the most competitive opponent. Number 5. Grid Autosport. Over 100 cars and 100 circuits. If you're a speed lover, you should download Grid Autosport right now. It costs $10, but after that, you won't have to pay a penny more to download the cars and tracks you want. Although if $10 seems like a lot, you can also just buy parts of this wonderful game developed by Feral Interactive. Some of the most impressive cars available are the Chevrolet Camaro SS, Ford Falcon FG, Mazda 787B, or the Aston Martin 177. And if you thought the routes would be monotonous and repetitive, you're very wrong. Grid Autosport takes you on a trip around the world. The US, Spain, Japan, Australia, Germany, and many other countries will be your racetrack. However, you'll have to master all racing disciplines to succeed: tuner, touring, endurance, open wheel, street, and party mode. There are always new challenges and things to do in Grid Autosport, so warm up those engines in 3, 2, 1. The race is on. Number 4. Genshin Impact. Since 2020, it's become one of everyone's favorites. Genshin Impact is available for PC, PlayStation, and of course, smartphones. It's a fantasy RPG in a very interesting open world to explore. You start out alone, but other characters will gradually join your team, each with their own skills. An interesting feature of this game is that you can use up to 7 elemental types: water, fire, wind, earth, lightning, ice, and nature, and you can obtain other powers by combining them. You'll never run out of places to explore in Genshin Impact, as the developers, HoYoverse, add new content every so often, so the fandom stays on the lookout for updates. Another attractive point of this game is its music quality, which was partly composed by the London Philharmonic Orchestra and the Shanghai Symphony Orchestra. Ready to enter this world of adventure? Number 3. Monument Valley 1 and 2. This saga is simply a work of art. Developed by Ustwo and released in 2014 and 2017, Monument Valley 1 and 2 take puzzle mechanics to another level. You control a girl and some switches that allow you to alter the paths of the scenarios. Your goal is to get the girl to a certain place on the map, but to do this, you must find the right way to open the path for her. In the second installment, you'll have 2 characters, a mother and a girl who was just learning how to deal with these magical structures, but the concept is basically the same. This game has a minimalist design. However, the scenarios will play with your senses, physics, and logic, so stay creative to make your way through. Both games are rated 5 stars, and in fact, Monument Valley 2 won the 2017 Game of the Year award by IGN. If you want to exercise your brain, download them right now. Number 2. Call of Duty Mobile. Let's put fantasy, mystery, and puzzle games aside. It's time to shoot anything that moves. The king of FPS has swept away the competition on all devices, including mobile. Developed by Activision and Tencent Games, Call of Duty Mobile offers 2 solid game modes: Battle Royale with up to 100 players where only one will survive in the end, and Multiplayer, which consists of 5v5 team-based combats, where you can unleash intense shootouts full of team strategy. Also, if you are a fan of the franchise, you'll be able to recognize several maps from all the Call of Duty games. Since it was released in 2019, it has never stopped adding new content, such as icons, weapons, skins, and more, so it'll never feel repetitive. By the way, you'll also be able to use characters from the main Call of Duty games, such as John Price and Simon Ghost Riley. Isn't that great? Join the battle and take them all down, because this is war. Before meeting the champions of this top, I want to show you 3 games that almost made it to the video and are worth considering. Stranger Things, the game, a puzzle RPG based on the Netflix series, in which you must solve different situations and defeat evil bosses to protect your friends. GTA 5, the GTA we all know in its mobile version, which isn't bad at all since it has a lot of content. Kingdom Rush. For some, this is the best game in the tower defense genre, with a great variety of towers, enemies, upgrades, and heroes. Now, what could have defeated Call of Duty? You're in for a very pleasant surprise. Number 1. Pokemon Go. There's nothing a bunch of soldiers can do against Pikachu and his friends. This wonder was released in 2016 by Niantic and Nintendo, and it's the best mobile game of all time for almost everyone. Its augmented reality concept transports you into the Pokemon world. And not only that, but it forces you to leave the couch and move around the street to catch the best Pokemon and interact with other trainers. It practically turns you into Ash! You'll never, ever run out of something to do in Pokemon Go, since it's constantly updated with new Pokemon, events, challenges, and more. When you open the game, what you see is a version of your neighborhood with gyms, item stops, and much more. Don't forget to carry plenty of Pokeballs because you could run into your favorite Pokemon at any moment. So you want to be the master of Pokemon? Do you agree with this list? If not, tell me which game is missing down in the comments. Like the video if you